Talk to him.
We're just two unapologetically black women with an opinion who talk back.
So y'all, we back and we want to talk about vacations.
I know, so I got on my vacation dress. I put this on for you and for y'all because I want to go somewhere right when we finish.
What we going to eat? Someplace local.
And what you got on? You got your
The block is hot. Got my J's on. It's the hustlers.
Okay, so it's that time of year. Everybody's going on trips. Let me ask you this. What is your most favorite vacation that you've been on in your life?
My favorite vacation spot, I would say, one, St. Thomas. If you haven't been to any of the Caribbean islands, you don't need a passport to go to St. Thomas. They have very good lobster, very great beaches. It's a little expensive. It's still considered a U.S. territory, so you don't need a passport. Mm-hmm. But my favorite is Anguilla, Shoal Bay. That's one of the best beaches. Anguilla actually has some of the best beaches in the world, right? So you get your fresh lobster and lamb, all the shit you can eat. Mm-hmm. They have a lot of good adventures you can go on. Like we went to an underground cave where we saw like the tectonic plates. But people say they're...
So you can actually see the plates?
Yes. You go
and that's like where earthquake,
go,
like if they hit, like they cause an earthquake.
Like right now they're saying like in Africa the shit is splitting apart. Okay. That would be because of the shift in the Earth's tectonic plates, supposedly. So bats was in there in the cave.
Technically, you know, based on science, the Earth is going to shift and come back together as one solid mass, right?
What do you mean, just the landform?
The land
if you believe in round Earth, we are one solid.
There's water dividing us. So what they said
you mean
is
the land is going to come back together?
Yeah, to be one solid mass of land, like it was.
But you got Africa splitting in half, supposedly, allegedly.
It's splitting down the middle.
Somewhere there's a big ass gap, gaping hole in Africa. Allegedly, I don't know how true it is. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I seen that. I seen it on reputable websites.
So you saw the tectonic plates in this cave where they would shift. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you were in danger.
How was that in?
Because isn't that like where earthquake happens?
Oh, possibly.
Yeah.
Shit's lit.
You know what? I just saw this documentary about these white folks that went on a vacation, and like one of the tourist attractions was to go to a volcano, to the top of the volcano where it erupts, and like see it. And they made it sound like very like a beautiful experience in the brochure. So all these white folks went up to this fucking volcano, and the bitch erupted while they was there.
Did they die?
Some of them did die. Some of them survived, and they like all burnt up. But some of them did survive. And I was watching the documentary like, y'all dumb as fuck. And let me tell you why. Because like the earth was telling them not to come. Like on the boat, the water was very, very rocky. Like it was just like...
It was probably hot too.
Yeah, it was like, so the waves was just pushing them back. Like it was hard for them to get there. Then when they got there, the motherfucking holes is smoking. Something about this whole smoking would have said, you know what, maybe we should bounce. Like, no, it's cool. They kept going. And they kept going, and that bitch erupted, and a lot of them died. Y'all got to watch it. It's on Instagram. I mean, it's on Netflix if you want to see it.
That's scary as hell.
You just can't go on all these excursions just because it's they're trying to make money, especially these, small countries. They want to make money any kind of way they can, So, like, make it a tourist attraction. Go to the volcano with your dumb ass.
I'm not going to a damn volcano.
No, period. Me neither. That don't even sound fun to me. That's not the type of smoke I want to do.
On vacation.
All right, so my favorite vacation, I went with this guy. It was his 30th birthday. This was in my 20s. We went on a cruise over Italy, and we went to the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and I got to eat gelato and pretend like I was pushing the tower up. And I know. And then we went to a vineyard, and I got to stump on the grapes, and we drank so much wine. Like, that wine had us fucked up like we were drinking liquor. It was just a different type of experience. I remember having, like, on the way back to the boat, it was a white girl that was on the tour with us, and she was on my back. Like, I was carrying her back to the boat. We was best friends. On vacation, I always
slavery sound kind of slaverish to me.
It wasn't. You know what? Looking back in hindsight, it do sound kind of slaverish. But it was just us having a good time. We was having fun. And then we went to Capri, Italy. That's the most beautiful place that I've ever been. And like
I haven't been to Europe yet. I want to go though.
We walked the cobblestone streets and we had lunch on the side of like a cliff. And you could see all the water. It was just so beautiful, such a beautiful place. And I think we took some drugs. I can't remember what it was. And
you know what it was, bitch.
I don't remember what it was.
Little X.
And it was like a topless beach. I don't remember what it was. I really don't. It was like I just remember feeling so happy. So I don't know.
Oh, that's some good drugs.
So and it was a topless beach, and he was like, "You're not gonna take your top off?" And I was like, "No, my titties little. I don't want to do it." And he was like, "Well, don't worry about them titties. Look at these titties." And then I looked over. It was like some titties dragging behind a lady in the sand, and then one lady had her titty thrown up over her. Like it was really a lady laying down under a umbrella close by, and both of her titties was like in her armpits, like just hanging behind her. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pull my titties out. So I was just like frolicking all over the beach with my little titties.
That's one thing I haven't done. Like I haven't went to like be naked on the beach. I want the sun to cover my whole body. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
You know, like hedonism, Jamaica.
Heathenism,
bitch.
So
the PhDs be going out there to get fucked.
So y'all, yesterday me and AJ were on the phone and we were talking about what'd you say?
Something came online. I was thinking about like, what's the thought process when you get a train ran on you? I saw a post on Instagram and the girl was a podcast, obviously, right? So she was there with her boyfriend and she was like, 90% of women already had a train ran on them. And I'm like, who are you and who the fuck do you hang with? Because me and my friends have not.
Right.
And Tammy was like,
well, I know a couple.
I do have a friend.
I have two that I know that actually that admit, because I'm sure there's a lot of women who have had them that don't admit it.
You think so? A lot?
I'm sure, like,
not
when they were young,
I feel
they
like
might
in
have
high school, people had trains ran on them.
In high school?
I
maybe
was
college
like,
age.
what was the thought process of that?
Yeah, that don't sound fun to me. That sounds like a lot of work. I don't want to do that. But I do have, like, one of my friends, she's a PhD, very smart, very, wealthy. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to Jamaica to get fucked by two guys at once. And that sounds like that's a vacation.
And I was like, does she have a PhD? And
Tammy was
like, yeah.
She actually does. Yeah, she does.
All the PhDs go out of town to do the whole shit. Like, they have these little yacht parties, all this. These are the bitches that was at Freaknik that are concerned about this footage coming out now. Like, just the lineage of them hoes right there.
Yeah, so that was her. She's into that. That's a vacation to her.
That might be a prerequisite for a PhD. Who knows?
Right, you got to have a train ran on you. We are not PhD shaming.
Or willing to.
Right, so I found this list on worldnomads.com. And it has 6 amazing destinations for Black travelers. And it says, hold on.
Y'all know we fake doing this, right? Yeah.
So Green Book Global is their mission, and I'm going to read it to y'all. It says, there's no doubt that Black travelers have a unique perspective on what we can potentially experience due to colonialism and racism. But we also have a unique perspective to share after visiting a destination. That's why Green Book Global exists, to inspire Black travelers to see the world, but to also share insights through a lens that is not typically captured. So if you're looking for an unforgettable travel experience as a Black traveler or an ally to the Black travel community, be sure to check out these destinations. You won't be disappointed. So it starts with South America, and it's Medellin, Colombia, and it has a score of 4.9 out of 5 for traveling while Black. So I had some friends that went to Medellin, and on their story, the shit looked lit. Like, their trip looked so fun. I think who is like really prominent for Colombian like drug cartel thing? Like, they got a whole drug cartel museum out that bitch that you can go like snort some coke out there and then go on. I'm joking. But there is a museum. There is a museum that you can go to. And then they did like some
in Colombia
skydiving.
Wait, you said not Colombia, right? Where is that?
Medellin, Colombia.
Oh yeah.
Medellin.
I might
Yeah. You would
Pablo
Pablo
Escobar.
Escobar. Yeah, they have like a whole museum situation for him, and that looked like fun. And they did like some skydiving, which I wouldn't do, and like all kind of dope ass shit. For the Caribbean, they had Barbados on the list.
That's my place. I want to live in Barbados. I just need like a beach house in Barbados. It's expensive though.
Yeah,
and y'all know Rihanna's from Barbados, and she was like the savior of Barbados.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure she's probably the biggest thing that ever came out.
Yeah, because they got rid of the queen. Like they're independent now.
Yeah, so they got a 4.6 out of 5, and it's probably like 4.6 based on the price.
Right.
Then after Colombia, there's for Europe, there's Florence, Italy, and they had a 4.8 out of 5 score, so that was good. And then next is the Philippines and Asia. And they said Bali came right behind the Philippines. So, if you're black, go visit both because they're not too far from each other. And the Philippines had a 4.8 score out of 5. Then what is this? You said that word is Oceania?
Oceania, yeah.
So I don't remember that from school. Oceania?
I don't know what it means. Maybe it's
I don't know. But they're saying
it's Australian. I don't know.
Sydney, Australia. And they had a 4.3 out of 5. And I think that is a 4.3 for black people because they have all them fucking animals and insects out that bitch. I'm scared to go to Australia.
I want to go. I want to pet some kangaroos. You know kangaroos will square up with your ass.
Yeah, beat your ass. Them bitches be muscular. You talk about you go pet a kangaroo.
Remember that video? Come back with missing teeth? Punch the
kangaroo. Okay, they had the dog in the chokehold.
Them niggas be like... The videos of them, they be beasting out right
quick. They be looking like they just got out of jail. I'm not playing with them motherfucking animals out there.
They might have some of them in kangaroo prison over there.
A kangaroo prison?
Those kangaroos be having six-packs. They chest be big. Like.
So what you think they in there pumping iron? Girl, shut the fuck up.
I want to go to Australia.
That's one places I'm scared to go. But I always think about, what is it? P. Sherman, 423 Wallaby Way, Sydney. Yeah, you know that. You know that. If you know, you know.
Where does that come from?
Please it comes from with Dory and Finding Nemo. P. Sherman, 420 Wallaby Way, Sydney. I think it's 420, which means they probably out there smoking. No. That was a good movie, girl. You missed out. All right, so then the next one is Zanzibar, Tanzania, in Africa.
I want to go to Tanzania.
And it has a 5 out of 5 score.
That might be a trip I take this year.
So it has the highest rating on this top 6 place. And I would love to go to Africa. I've always been invited to Nigeria, but I'd be scared to go because I couldn't get the yellow fever vaccination.
Yeah.
And people be like, don't worry about it. Just go. You ain't going to get nothing. And then somebody else will be like, girl, I had a friend die from
Me too. Like, I have had people tell me that because, I'm definitely not with no damn jabs of any sort. And I do know people who go to Africa often who don't be taking the, they just get the African doctor over here to finagle some shit. Mm-hmm. But, after the pandemic, I'm like, damn, will I ever make it to Africa now? Like, because now you already had to get all these other shots and vaccinations to go over there. Now they probably gonna add COVID to the list,
right?
And I'm definitely not doing that shit.
So one place, so did you see that? I follow this group called Black in Bali, and it's on Instagram. Y'all should follow them, and they just show all these black people thriving and living and traveling to Bali, and
things you can do.
Yeah, the things you can do, and it looks like a lit situation, and it looks affordable. Who went to Bali for a month?
Taraji P. Henson.
Taraji went to Bali.
She was hanging out with Russell Wilson.
That's our rumor.
Russell Simmons.
Bart Simpson. She was with Bart Simpson out there. Shut up, bitch.
Bitch, I need to take some ashwagandha or something. My brain be drawing a blink sometimes. Yes. She was with Russell Simmons Lodge.
Doing yoga. Yeah. That seemed dope. If I could go to Bali and do yoga with Russell Simmons, that's like a bucket list thing.
Yeah, I would do it.
Yeah.
Bali is definitely on one of my lists of places to go. The only thing is the fucking flight is like 24 hours. And that is the most expensive part of your trip is the flight.
Yeah. That's what you end up paying a lot for is the flight.
Flights be like 14. And listen, I've only been to one other continent, and that's China. And I flew in a coach seat in 2015 or 16, 15 to China. I will never go out the country
and coach again.
Like if you can't get a business class or first class, like save your money up for that trip. That shit is hella uncomfortable flying
Fuck
that long.
You better just go. Listen, I done been all over in the coach seat.
Listen.
I be cramped up like, just bring me another drink, my nigga. And I'm going to sleep.
All I had was, like, in my carry-on was Tylenol PM and, like, Tylenol sleepy time and shit. Like, it's like every time I woke up, I took another pill to go back to sleep. And the lady sitting next to me, she just kept waking me up to eat this nasty-ass food. I'm like, no. Like, stop touching me. Like, I'm good. I'm not eating. I never ate until I got to China.
How was the food?
In China?
Delicious, right?
No.
Okay, so or maybe it's different. I went to
terrible.
Korea. I went to Korea.
That's different.
Baby, that food out there was busting.
That's Asian, but those are different people.
Yeah, I know. That's why but I enjoy Chinese food too, though.
But Chinese food in
Chinese
China
America,
is different.
Yeah, Chinese
it's
American
food. It's not the same, and it stinks over there as well. It doesn't smell nice in China. I don't know if it's the food, though.
I went to Seoul, Korea, and I was on Busan Beach, and I had like, all right, so this was weird to me. They was on the beach with us, but they had on like, I seen a nigga get in the ocean with a Tommy Hilfiger button-up shirt. Like, why is in jeans? I'm like, why don't y'all have on? Nobody had on real bathing suits. The Korean people, they were in the water, but they had on regular clothes. And I was out there in a little bathing suit. Baby, people was coming up like, can I get a picture with you? Because they don't see black people,
right?
Like, especially in a bathing suit with all this ass out. They wanted a picture.
Beyonce in Guangzhou. I arrived at the train station, and the first Asian I saw was Beyonce, and I'm like, yes, that's me.
Oh, I loved Korea. I felt like they were like ahead of us when it came to technology at that time. Like all the stuff that they had, we got it like 2 years later in America. It was wild, but I enjoyed myself out there, and the food was fucking phenomenal. It was. What's your list?
Okay, so at the beginning of the year, I wanted to take a trip, which hasn't happened. You know, we're about to be in June. My birthday's next month, though, so I don't know. I might. I wanted to take a trip somewhere where I can stay for a whole month. So I started doing research to see where it was affordable for me to go and live for a whole month, you know, in another country somewhere. So Bali, that's on your list of one of the safest places for black people to travel to, or best places. So Bali is very inexpensive. Bali, Thailand, like the flight is going to be the most expensive thing. Like I said, maybe $1,400 on up if you want to get a business class or first class seat. But your stay there, I actually had a friend told me he spent $500 in Bali. That's food and where he's. I don't know where the hell he's. No, that was Honduras. Okay. I'm tripping. That was actually Honduras. I'm tripping. But yeah, Bali, like you can rent like a condo or something like that for like $500 to $800 for the whole month.
For the month. Damn, that's good.
Yep. Tanzania is on my list as well. It's inexpensive, very nice, best beaches, all that good shit. Thailand.
If I go to Thailand, I'm coming back with some titties. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting me some titties.
I might take a month off and come back snatched.
Right.
I might.
Some titties. This arm piece right here, gone, my nigga.
Like these wings.
This extra piece, that's out of here.
Lima, Peru. Colombia. You know, you want to buy some coochie.
I wanna go to Colombia. Coochie?
Yeah, people buy coochie in Colombia.
I'm sure people buy coochie all over these places. Let me tell you, when I went to Dubai, we went to the pool and we met these Asian guys, and they were like, come out with us tonight. So we went out with them, and they had some hoes with them, right? They had 2 hoes, and we went to this karaoke spot, right? And it was like this big-ass karaoke situation, like something you never seen before. Like the stage was like Beyonce about to come out and perform.
Like you in Vegas.
Yeah, like I've never seen karaoke spots like this in Vegas. It's like
like you had your own residency?
Yeah, like you with Usher and you about to perform, like for real, like that. So there is this karaoke shit, and they order all the food on the menu. We was just tasting everything, and the host was just very kind. They were so nice. And I had on high.
Was very kind.
Yes, they were. I had on high heels, and I remember like my feet were starting to hurt real bad. And she was like, "You want my shoes?" And she had on some slides, and I was like, hell yeah, I want your shoes, bitch. So I put her shoes on, and I was like, well, you want to put mine on? And she was like, no, it's okay. The bitch walked barefoot for the rest of the night while I walked in her shoes. Best hoe I ever seen in my life.
So you done walked in a whole shoes.
I have walked in a whole shoes.
I hear that.
And would do it again. My feet was hurting so bad.
Well, maybe it's because you paid her to walk in the shoes.
I didn't pay her shit.
Well, she was compensated.
She was compensated for the night, yeah. But I didn't know that was part. If I was old, that wouldn't be part of the service.
You know, it was an ongoing argument in my last relationship because I said if I ever go to India, I'm gonna get a yoni massage.
You can get that here in the States.
Nah, like over there, it's different though.
It's the same shit.
You had one before in the States?
What? No. I never had a yoni massage, but I've had like
finger popped.
I had one of those erotic, not finger popped.
A yoni massage is
erotic.
Like like they really, it's like really a technique. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the female orgasm is just not just. So
they
orgasm.
Putting their finger in you.
No, that's the thing. Like you got finger popped in the States.
I did not.
They focus on your labia more.
So they just rubbing your coochie lips?
Yes.
How much is that?
Rubbing your clit, yes, like massaging.
You're gonna have an orgasm.
Yes.
That's the whole point.
Right.
It's the same thing.
And I'm a manifest while I'm doing it. I heard it was different from the shit you about to get in America. Okay.
It's only because they not American. That's the only difference. If somebody's sticking their finger in your coochie, it's the same thing.
Listen, if you do professional yoni massages, could you please email us at contact us at wetalkbackent.com. Thank you.
AJ, I don't need my pussy fondled.
Look, I told this nigga I wanted a yoni massage. He started sending me some random nigga living in Vegas, popping fingering coochie in his apartment.
For $70.
I don't need you to assist me to find somebody to do this thing. But like I just said, if I go out the country, it's something I would like to do.
What's the difference? You ain't got to go out. I know somebody right now. Come and play with that pussy for you for free.
No, nigga, I want to pay for it.
Oh, okay.
I want to pay for it.
How much you paying?
Hopefully, it's no more than $15 to $20.
At least give him a 40. God damn.
I would tip extra, but I would start price off for a finger pop to be 20.
You must be somewhere.
I mean, negotiating.
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Would you let a lady give you a yoni massage?
No, it got to be a guy.
If it's not about the sexual experience, what difference do it make?
I still don't want. Well, you know, okay. So my gynecologist, I always look for women, but that's different though. Like if I'm gonna be coming, I still want to come for a man. Sorry, no.
Don't
I know you all-purpose bitch, all-purpose flower.
My gynecologist,
self-rising,
self-rising flower.
Yes, bitch, that's you.
Listen, my gynecologist, I don't like my gynecologist to be a man either. That's weird. My gynecologist is an old black lady with a beard, and that's how I prefer it.
You sure?
She's
old black lady?
Yeah, lady? older black woman. You know how we be growing facial hair when we get older.
I be plucking mine in the sunlight in the car. That's the best time to
I got one little one that's coming right here, but I already know I'm going to have a goatee. My grandma had one. It's all good. Shit.
I purposely look for women gynecologists.
Yeah.
Let's get off topic.
All right, back to travel. All right.
Oh, and hold on. The last place on my list that was inexpensive but a very nice place to visit, Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Where is it?
In South America.
South America. Peru, so you said Peru and
so South America has some really nice. The people there are black people, for the most part. Yeah, Hispanic, black.
I don't think they would consider themselves black people.
Well, I don't consider myself black people, but that's the best way to describe the person's description.
What'd you consider yourself?
I'm an Indian.
Like a Native American Indian?
Yes. And Indian just means indigenous to the land.
Okay.
I'm from here. Where you from?
I'm from,
bitch, you don't know. Columbia, South Carolina.
I'm gonna say, I'm from Crenshaw Mafia, you African booty scratcher.
Don't say that. You get in trouble for saying African booty scratcher.
I'm just copying the movie.
Yeah,
listen, I love Africans. Don't do that. You know that. I said I want to go to what part of Africa? Zanzibar. That's where I want to go. For real.
All right, now don't get beat up when you get over there. You see this? We got listeners in Africa.
I'm just copying. If they listen to us, they know I'm copying Boys in the Hood. Ain't that Boys in the Hood?
They don't know that in Africa.
The Wood. That's not the Wood. That's when he was like, all of us in here, we from Africa. And he's like, I ain't from Africa. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia.
I don't know. You watch too much TV.
If y'all know it, put it in the comments what movie that is. It's a black movie. But it's definitely not the Wood. That nigga was like, I'm from North Carolina. That's the Wood. All right, that's it. We ain't got no stupid internet. No. We don't have a
dumb bitch story.
A dumb bitch story this week. Do you have a dumb bitch experience from a vacation?
Dumb bitch experience on vacation. I don't really be wilding out like that on vacation. You want to make it home. You don't want a nigga leave you nowhere.
Right.
Well, kinda. You know this one. This is like the end of my relationship, St. Thomas, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Could y'all imagine like somebody simultaneously being in love with you, but then also like post? This actually happens after the vacation, but it happened on it. So I finally let you record us having sex for your birthday, and somehow this image ends up on your Instagram story.
Of y'all having sex?
Yes.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's the worst shit that ever happened to me on vacation.
Well, it didn't happen on vacation. It's just from your vacation.
From the vacation.
Yeah, that is wild for him to post that. Like, especially post it on OnlyFans. At least get us paid for it.
Exactly. This shit free as fuck on Instagram. So that happened.
All right, so this is a dumb. I guess this is my
That's a dumb bitch story, bitch. Because
he was the dumb bitch in the story. It
still took me a year to leave that nigga.
Okay, that's where the dumb bitch energy comes in at.
Not really a year. That kind of was like it. Like within that year, it wasn't a whole year. So within that year, the shit was winding down.
I guess this is kind of like my dumb bitch story. It's not really, but it is. All right, so I was in Dubai with that same guy, and I met a girl in the bathroom, and she was like, "You're so pretty." I was like, "I like your nails," and then we're best friends. So we left the bathroom together, and then
you too fucking friendly.
And then they came over to our table, and then we partied with them all night. And then we didn't want the party to be over, so we went to their hotel room, and we couldn't know. I know y'all wanted to hear something nasty happen, but it didn't. All right, so let me just tell y'all about these people real quick. They were from Australia. And
Black people?
No, they looked like Middle Eastern or something like that, but I don't know what they were.
Aborigines.
And but they were of different religions, and they had been like dealing with each other since they were loving each other since they were kids. But because of their religion, they could not be together. So they were both married to other people, and they would meet in a different place in the world every year so they could spend time together. Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah, that was dope. So, and I used to all get drunk, like, if y'all love each other, y'all should just be together, like just real drunk and ghetto. So we were in their hotel room, and I told her I loved her fingernail polish, and she was like, "Oh, I can polish your nails. I got the polish here." So I let her put this neon orange fingernail polish on my hands in the hotel room. And I was like, "Oh, it look good." I woke up the next morning. It looked like a 3-year-old had polished my fingernails. Like, it was all over my hands, all over the place. And I had to walk around like that the next day. Because
you didn't let a drunk lady polish your shit?
Drunk as fuck. I was walking around. I was like hiding my hands all day the next day. So I guess that was my dumb bitch story for
travel.
Yeah.
I don't know, y'all. Summer is here. If you don't got your summer body, fuck it. Okay, I've been getting niggas in my whole life with this body. So
yeah, give them whatever body you got. Don't let that discourage you about going somewhere.
We having fun this summer, y'all. We want to hear about y'all trips. Hit us up. Let us know where you're going at.
All right. If you enjoyed this episode.
Oh, yeah, y'all. Okay, listen. All right. If you enjoyed this episode, please tune in every Thursday on the iHeartRadio app or wherever the fuck you get your podcast at. This is your co-host, AJ Holiday 2.0. Follow me on Instagrams. You know what I wanted to add to the show, though?
What?
We need to do an episode, like, on good places local to travel to, too. Like,
let's do that.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tam.
Let's go there and let's do an episode in the places. Like,
right.
Let's go to New Orleans and do a drunk episode.
Because I feel like we haven't explored our own country. You want to go other places, but there's so many
cool places
here.
right here. Yeah, so that's a good idea. Let's do that.
Yeah, go ahead, Tam.
All right, y'all. It's me, Tam Bam. I love y'all. Follow me on Instagram at official Tam Bam. Y'all remember, speak now
and never hold your peace.
Deuces.
Talk to him.